shared that,
RepTrax?
that we need to do that, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so RepTrax, you can sign in using your phone, or you can sign in right here with this kiosk. And it's a sign in, sign out. So as soon as you sign in, it'll print a badge. He's got a badge right here. You'll have to wear that because people will stop it if you don't.
Oh, okay.
So how do I do it with my phone?
There's
Get
an
that.
app. He has all of the
You got
information.
that link
Okay.
I sent over to you to get that set up.
That may be easier for you.
And it was pretty
Or I
easy.
just come here and do what?
Yeah, you can just show
So
him.
you'll come in, it'll give you a login.
I know, Jonathan. This is easy for you. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And then all you do is put your email, check
And
in.
then I do a password.
Yep. And they'll give you all of that information. It'll print out a badge. You just stick it on, and then when you're done, you just come in and check out.
Cool. I need to register first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And they should have all that information there.
Okay.
I think it's simple. You just go to reptrax.com and make a simple account just with an email and a password, I think.
Secure.
Yeah, and they'll you'll have to have all of your immunizations, credentials, and all of that stuff. But it's pretty standard. So
Immunizations?
flu shot. There's a big list of different things because you'll be in patient care areas.
So where does it get all that?
Um,
This is the first time doing that.
Okay, so there'll be a list when you guys go in. Let's go talk to
Yeah.
Ron Iyer because he has that. All right, so the question about immunizations and the list and everything. So he has all of the information. When you sign in, it'll have a big list of everything that needs to be completed before you guys can have access. So there'll be immunizations, signing off on our policies, so on and so forth. So it's not like a quick thing, but as long as you get everything in, it takes 12 to 24 hours to get set up. So other healthcare facilities use it nationwide. It's like VendorMate, if you guys have ever used that one. No? Okay.
No.
It's not a big deal, but it is a requirement, so that's gonna be something that, make sure that you guys get. If you have questions,
And
there.
Brian, I'll double check mine because it didn't hold my, my registration or the ability to get checked in, based on, any immunizations at all.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
So, like I said, we don't manage it.
Okay,
That's
I'll
them.
go back.
It's
So
a huge program, so.
I guess what I'm saying is that based on the questions they asked me and what my role is here, it didn't seem to be
It is
necessary.
tailored, yeah, so I don't know
Okay,
what it's gonna
got it.
ask for you guys, because
Got
it depends on what your level
So,
of access is. So
Oh,
it'll
okay.
ask you questions. Like if you're going into the OR, which you're not, there's like a whole other section that goes in where you have to have credentialing, all of that.
Yeah.
So it'll set you up. It's not things that we manage here at the facility. LifePoint Health, which is 89 hospitals, uses it. Legacy, Providence, all the big hospitals use something similar. So it's a nationwide program. They've got a very good support system. So if you guys have questions, there's an 800 number. They can get you up and going and answer any questions like that. So
Now,
So-
if you have to get the immunization, what do? You come get them here or what?
you can do it anywhere. So I don't know if you have a primary care physician. Again, the best thing to do would just, like to Ron's point, just get your logins, start that process, and it'll tell you specifically everything that you'll need.
I would just go through your setup process, boom, 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 and I went right through it without any necessity of an immunization at all. You may or may
And
not, based on where you're
our
going.
deliveries are usually they're just usually on the. We don't go like to the operation room or anything like that.
Right, but with
Yeah.
this program, you're going to be going to the clinical areas. Because you're going to be going up to med-surg, ICU, senior behavioral health, so on and so forth. So it's a little bit.
It should be similar to the other one we've done, at the RepTrax.
I wouldn't worry about it, because like I said, once you get in there, it should be
Okay.
pretty straightforward.
Alright.
And I don't know what all the requirements are, because that's what we have that service, because they manage it for us.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, the badge that I got today took me 2 minutes. After I put the app on my phone this morning, I walked in, Brian showed me where the kiosk was, check in, boom, print, I was done. It's a piece of cake.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I would just
Alright.
advise, start that process today, tomorrow, sometime soon, just to make sure that you guys have everything. Okay. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay. So you've got the map, so let's see. So you'll probably come in through this door. We are 718 Materials Management, so that one, if you want to mark, is 718.
The department?
Yep. I don't know if it would be easy for you to like write like a number next to it, or you don't have it now. We're gonna be seen a lot of different areas, so I don't. If it was me, I would take the map that I gave you and then write like a 1 for a department or 718 or something.
Cross
Whatever's
reference.
easiest for you guys, yeah.
I'm not doing that personally because I don't think there will ever be a circumstance where I will go to a specific location. So I want to make sure that Jonathan and whoever might back him up has that cross reference.
Right. And I just want to get it as good of a job the first time we can.
Okay.
So whatever works for your brain, Jonathan, in terms of how you see that, materials management 718.
That's the department number.
Yeah, that's the department number, and you can mark that on the map right there. You got it. Okay.
Okay.
And are we gonna see that number somewhere?
I don't think so.
Is this on the label of the boxes?
But it will be on
Yes,
the
it'll be on the label of the boxes.
And it doesn't show anywhere on the door or anything?
No, it'll just have the name, if anything.
Okay. So we'll have the, and then the names, are they kind of consistent with what you're
Yeah,
seeing
so
up on here, the
materials
signage?
management,
Okay.
pretty close.
So,
Oh, okay.
so that'll probably be, I don't know if that's something you wanna go more off the name.
The name of the-
versus the number.
I think the name would be better. Now, if somebody's totally new,
It's a
I
little
mean,
more
you have,
universal, I
if
think.
you had to
I
change,
do.
if you had to change the drive, I guess the name would be what?
And that's
Just know some of them won't have it, and some will have multiple. Like radiology has 5 different departments, but. Okay,
Okay. All right.
so that's that one. The next one will be dietary. So that's nutrition services. Department 800, I don't know if that matters, but.
So, okay, that's where we're on. So anything that says, where it says dietary, it's gonna go right there.
Yes.
Department 800.
Okay.
says you got it.
So I'm wondering if, Ron, that's something we maybe wanna have it say nutritional,
Oh, because
instead of dietary.
because this doesn't match that.
just so it makes it a little more,
I would agree. You might want to,
Self-explanatory.
Jonathan. You might want to make a note on this list, which corresponds with 800. So you might want to make a
Dietary.
note that this is dietary and not
or nutritional.
nutritional services. See, it says dietary on here, but the sign says nutritional services. So I would make sure that you know that those two.
And ideally, we wanna get the endpoint noted into the address line 3, as close as we can to what the signage says. Perfect.
And you
So it
guys
just
will
makes
handle
it-
that, right?
Yeah, that goes in on our account setup side, so that's something CSC can pull when they're pulling the ship to lists and get the
Right.
exact verbiage that we want into address line
Right.
3.
So you can use that notes column for that one.
Got it.
Okay. So when we're delivering, we like to use these back hallways as opposed to going through, so we'll kind of just wrap around kind of like we do here. All right. So the next one will be environmental services. Ron, this is where the pallet will get dropped for all the janitorial sanitation products. So,
In this hallway,
yeah, we drop it right in front. We leave about a foot or 2 in front of the lockers, but this is where the palletized Jansan products will go.
and this is from the outside. This is what? This is the CVS.
Yeah, environmental services, but I don't think it's labeled. You could put clean utility maybe, or,
Doesn't say anything. This door is usually open
yeah.
all the time. Storage B or something like that.
Is this, Ron, is this volume that we're currently delivering?
No,
No. So
we're at it.
expecting some new volume?
Yep.
John, to your
Okay.
question? Okay.
And that should come palletized. Everything
And
else.
which number is this, Brian?
That's gonna be 810. I think you do it with the linen, so that's it. Yeah.
We need a palletization request on that.
Sorry, just looking for as many identifiers as I can get.
Do you need to get pallets for this area? And that's gonna be new.
Cath lab. That one is 746. So we need to change that. I have a second floor, that's not right.
First floor?
Yep. And all of their stuff can just go right there by the equipment storage. So that's cath lab,
Let's
7.
get Jonathan in here, make sure you know exactly what it is.
There is
This is called the Cath Lab,
Cath lab.
and it's number 746.
cath lab. There's no.
Yeah, sure, huh?
746.
There's nothing that says cath lab here.
Nope.
Hmm.
And you're gonna find that because again, we don't want people wandering around where they're not supposed to be going to. So some of it's clearly labeled, but a lot of this isn't gonna be labeled. That's just kind of typical in a hospital setting.
Hey, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud in terms of him. Can he take photographs?
Yeah, just make sure that you're only taking photographs of sign and stuff.
Make your way through, sorry. Okay. Does that help in any way?
No, because that's just for our
Yeah.
fire safety.
Okay.
Could be a pointer too.
Right, exactly. You know, whatever identifier there might be that will help, smoke compartment area 4 is as good as any, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's up to you guys. That's why I think the map helps, because you're just walking through. If you guys put it in order, we could easily do that in 5 minutes in Excel too.
Okay. Let's-
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Inside here, this one is labeled. This is plant ops. And this is Department 830.
And we're gonna be getting deliveries for all these departments.
Eventually, I mean, a lot of these, they don't hardly order much. It could, but we consolidate all of our orders right now weekly.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on if they need anything for office supplies. Med-surg, some of the busier areas, you'll get stuff every week, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you may walk right past multiple locations.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer Center, that's a separate suite, and they have a main entrance. It's the Hoover Cancer Center, and that one is 764. 764.
And that's there, Brian? Straight ahead?
You'll have to come through the front doors. It's a separate building. You can go through that way, but we'll want you to come through the front. That's how UPS and all the other ones do it.
Got it, so that
So
is
it's
That's
an
not it.
exterior entrance?
No, cath lab. So if you
It's
look
just
at the
down
map right
from
here,
the dock, I think,
yeah,
right?
yeah. There's a parking lot
This
out
way.
It's
They-
clearly marked too. So
They have their own dock.
no
they,
dock.
They have their own parking
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they I mean, anything, just a couple pieces of paper. It's not like
And that was 764?
Yeah.
Okay.
The next one is sterile processing. So we call this central sterile. So you might change that name. That's Department 757.
Yeah.
And then inside here, they've got lines, so this is where all the surgical trays are, so you can't cross those lines, and then you'll just stack it right where that's at there. Just make sure that nothing goes past the red line. Right. So on the sign that's surgery material coordinator, there's gonna be 3 different departments that come in here.
Michelle, how are you?
Yep. So the departments that you're gonna deliver here is anesthesia.
Yeah, she just left out.
Which number is this, Brian?
So you're gonna start with
Drop something.
post anesthesia, which is 704.
Oh, shoot, I just went in there, I forgot my suit.
We call that PACU. Anesthesia, which is 722. And OR, which is 701.
So 704, what was the other two departments that are gonna get laid here?
701. And which one did you get already?
704, 701.
722.
Yeah, 722 anesthesia. See, he's got it.
This looks very official.
It is, Brenda, it is.
There's a lot of
If
clipboards.
we can on those, because those will be 3 separate shift twos for those three
No.
departments.
No, those will all go here.
Same delivery
No.
here.
Okay, but there'll be different people ordering for those 3 different departments. So technically, there'll be
3 different labels?
separate shift twos. Yeah. So I'm not sure if there's a way, again, in either sign 3, or we can somehow make a note that they go to here, because otherwise. I
Well,
could-
that's why I put a delivery location for me, at least so I can follow up. A, B, and C are all delivering to the same location. Surgeon materials coordinator. Does that make sense?
What's 8A?
8A is the drop point for post anesthesia recovery, but then we've got surgery as 8B and anesthesia
Oh,
as
I mean,
8C.
It's the 8th drop if
It's
you're
the,
hitting
it's,
everything.
for me, it's the 8th drop point, but 3 departments.
Makes it a little more challenging for Jonathan. I think we just,
Yeah.
we just need to keep it more, sweet and simple.
Just
Yeah.
have those
It's
3
just having-
locations all as
Surgical.
Line 3 surgery.
Yeah.
Surgery material coordinator will be listed on every one of them. Okay, yep.
And then like another sign too, can always have like, post anesthesia, OR, what have you. So that way you can still see them separately on the labels, but then it just gives them one single point of, to draw rather than trying to think, oh gosh,
Whatever's
that
easiest for you guys.
go somewhere else.
Okay.
Because if they're asking, where's OR, somebody's gonna direct them away from here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. In departments like, besides OR, I mean, you'll probably hardly ever have any of those other ones, but that's where they go. So now we're going down that corridor. Yep. So this is ER.
So is he gonna need that?
Yeah, I have to figure out what we're gonna do for that one. We'll get a vendor badge that has access.
Okay. Hey, they're gonna get you a badge to go through here.
And then that just goes right by the coffee machine.
So is it already this one here?
Nope, so we went down, down, and so now we're right here.
Oh, okay. What's the number that you want?
70. And it goes right by the coffee machine.
Okay.
department is this? What number? What
Seven.
department number? I'm sorry?
780.
Yeah.
Remind me to send you the vendor badge for contractors so they can have a badge.
Okay.
so funny.
Is this the surgery center, Brian? Right here? Where we just came from?
No.
What is it?
ER.
Yeah.
780.
John, you had that. They're gonna get him a badge, so make sure we get that. Yeah. If he has that badge, they won't bother him at all.
Okay.
And then straight up here is short stack, so we go right down here. So they're usually pretty good, so we'll stay. So short stay will go right here. And then the badge straight through there is the birthing center, which is 707. So this is 786. And 707.
What department was this again?
Short stay.
Short
Short stay, yeah.
short stay.
And then birthing center.
Building, so
Just right here with these. And birthing center, same thing, right? As you go through those doors, there's a little thing on there. There's people up there. That was 704, so you won't need to go over there because that gets delivered here. Okay?
Good, thank you.
Alright. So this is on the other page. This is the hospitalist suite, but it's technically a clinic, so we have it on a separate company ID.
It's on which list,
It's on
Brian?
the clinic list.
This one?
Yeah, so this one is hospitalist. It's
Oops.
92, I believe.
yeah, just try to have the packages here say that label as much as you
So
can
if you want to call it
across this
hospitalist
location.
suite or whatever's easiest there.
Where is it?
Yeah, so it's back here, this is the hospitalist, but on this one right here, it is. That's a delivery point. Let's see, get my bearings here. I think it's right here, yeah. That's the double doors. 892. Yep. This one, so see where it says spa? Probably get indicator, that's 733. Which is endoscopy or spa. Yep, and there's just a little, you don't see that. And you can get something on
Now, when he's taking some of his delivery to specific places, he just says you can just drop it right here. Does he have to get a signature with those people?
Well,
Oh,
we
no.
can,
We should ask
ideally,
him.
yeah, I mean, you always want to, but we can ask
We should ask him, you know.
Brian and see what the,
Before, he is the one who used to sign them at the dock there. So,
This is ICU, which is 6. We need to drop it off. Okay, alright. Any questions so far?
that's pretty.
All the other clinics are upstairs, right? Like
Yeah,
301.
a couple other departments up there too, but yeah.
Brian, in any of these locations, will anybody be willing to just sign for those deliveries or?
Yeah, and Ron, remind me, when we talked about that, we don't have to have signatures, right?
No.
Because it's possible, like, let's look at her bio real quick.
Oh, if you want him to get a
Thank you.
signature from him, for it.
It's possible that some of these areas won't have anybody there,
Mhm.
so as long as it's just dropped off there.
Okay, yeah.
Most of them will, but again, it's like that one will close down after they're done with all the procedures.
Oh,
Do I hear a cat?
I think it's a baby. That sound like something.
No, that's a human.
So let's finish with the first floor. There's one, just a few more. And like I said, when you get going, if you get lost, just let us know. And everybody's super friendly too, so
Yeah.
everyone will know that you're.
Yeah, yeah. Once he,
Learning your way.
yeah,
Yeah.
once he goes there a couple of times,
So now we're just making a loop back to the main lobby.
Oh, yeah.
So this is admitting. Yeah, which is right through these double doors, so I'll walk you back there. That's admitting, which is 906, I think. 900.
Are you James? I'll take it the second window right over
And they ordered quite a bit of paper. So you can see where I dropped it off this morning, just right by the coffee machine.
So I just walk in, go-
are they gonna like? Who is this? As long as it's open.
It's open, yeah.
Okay.
And then you can just switch off right there.
Okay. Some of these people, I want to let them know, so somebody's gonna be coming to drop off the packages, so they'll be like, "Ooh, who's this guy?"
Yeah, yeah, we've been talking about it. And,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, ready to take me?
This is physical therapy, which is 762, I think. Yeah, 762. I think you'll just go right through those doors and you'll see. Usually I just carry it. See what I thought. We're okay, yeah.
so basically none of them are gonna be left at the
the door.
dock anymore, right?
Correct, yeah.
Correct, yeah.
What was this one? 762. So with radiology, you're gonna have, let's look at all these departments, there's gonna be quite a few. Ron, do you want to? Right, so radiology, which is where we went, there's gonna be quite a few, and that's that one drop point. We'll walk back there, but it's gonna be mammography, so 725. CAT scan, 726. Imaging, which is 728. Ultrasound, which is 729. MRI, which is 734. That's great. So all of those, you're going to come through this set of doors here. I don't know what you want to call this, but and then you'll just set it right on the counter. And that's
Brian, hang on a second. Was that, I got 725, 728, 729, and 734.
726.
Oh,
726, yeah.
And those, that'd be another one where we want to have the endpoint. You'll have your son, he's going to show first floor radiology. And
Right.
say in address line 2, we would have separate point assisted out. That way it's showing, dictating that they all get in one spot.
okay. I was trying to determine how I wanted to label this room in 3.
Rad, really rad.
Totally rad.
That's probably gonna be gone now. I
Uh-oh.
don't, maybe fifth door on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Either that or next door past nuclear medicine, across from exam room 4. I'll do that. What do you think about that? Across from exam room 4.
Opposite, yeah, exit.
First floor.
I think, because we can shrink down that first floor radiology, there's like, to say, first FLR, right?
Say that again.
We can probably shrink that down in our address line.
We're gonna have to make these individual
First
stops.
floor,
Got it.
We're gonna have
maybe
to
our AD.
Yeah, wait.
Because you have to kind of truncate.
I'll take care of it. They're gonna have to be different stops. It can't just be one stop
We can
before.
squeeze in there to try to get.
Yeah, because you
Something
scan
that-
everything,
Yeah.
there's one stop and
No,
no,
get
it's
a
not
little bit of
getting
that
no.
information.
No, and it's gonna have to pay separately too.
So no more work for Tim?
Different work. Different work.
Hey, how long does it usually take team to do it? Like a few drops in a day?
Between checking it and delivering it, I would probably say 2 hours maybe?
2 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just the delivering it, once you get going, it won't take very long.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice because you should be able to have it kind of stacked what you know where everything's at.
Yeah, but when you come in here with a pallet jack,
You know, yeah, maybe like a push around card or something.
Yeah. You have a pusher card over there in your receiver? He can use a pusher card? Yeah. He can use some of his pusher card. Yeah.
I forgot this one here too is also cardiac rehab. So it's 742.
Therapy?